Every achievement begins in the mind. Every person who has accomplished something great, whether a leader, an entrepreneur, or a successful athlete, first prepared their mind before conquering what they wanted in the outside world. Every true transformation starts with a choice, a simple but powerful decision, deciding not to continue living as you have until now. We live in a world where many people expect things to change on their own, that success will come by itself, that motivation will appear out of nowhere, or that discipline will kick in upon waking as if by magic. But that doesn't happen. It has never been that way. What can truly change your life completely is what you are doing right now, making the decision to train your mind to achieve success. Because success is not luck. It's not about having important connections or incredible talents. Success depends on how you think, on your focus, and on your daily consistency. In this seminar, I will guide you step by step along a powerful path, a path that has already transformed the lives of millions of people around the world. If you are ready to leave behind excuses, thoughts that block you, and the laziness that holds you back, then stay, because today we are going to work together on your mind. We are going to train it as if it were a muscle. Today begins a new stage of your life, a stronger, more disciplined, and more determined version of you. It all starts with your way of thinking. The way you use your thoughts affects how you feel, and how you feel influences what you do. If you think you can't, that it's too hard, or that you weren't born to succeed, guess what? You'll end up being right. But if you decide to change that way of thinking, then everything starts to transform. Success doesn't come from actions first. It comes from what you believe. People who succeed think differently. They have something called a growth mindset. They believe they can improve, that they can learn, that they can overcome any obstacle. And you can develop that same way of thinking too. Ask yourself this question right now. What negative ideas have you been repeating to yourself for years? What pessimistic voice have you allowed to live in your head? Because if you don't control your mind, it will control you. You have to be intentional. You can't leave your thoughts to chance. You must feed your mind every day with ideas that give you strength, not fear. Imagine your success. Repeat positive affirmations. Talk to yourself as a good coach would. I can do it. I'm improving. I work hard every day. If you do this, you will start to change from within. And when you change inside, the outside begins to fall into place on its own. There is a very clear difference between people who only dream and those who make those dreams a reality. And that difference is called discipline. We all want results. We all want success. Financial freedom, energy, recognition, but very few are willing to pay the price that requires. And do you know what that price is? Doing what you have to do, even when you don't feel like it. That's discipline. And the best part is that discipline is not a special talent. It's like a muscle. And like any muscle, it can be trained. Every time you choose what's good for you over what's easy, you're strengthening that muscle. For example, when you decide to get up early, even though you're tired, when you choose to study instead of getting distracted, when you exercise even though you're not in the mood, that's discipline. And every time you act with discipline, you're taking one more step toward your goals. But the opposite also happens. Every time you give up or give in to laziness, you're building the habit of settling for less. So I'll tell you clearly, every day you choose which direction you want to grow in. Don't wait to feel motivated. Start acting even if you don't have motivation, because motivation doesn't come first, it comes later as a result of your actions. Let's dive into the practical part. I'm going to share a daily routine that will help you train your mind to achieve success and strengthen your discipline. This isn't complicated, but it does require consistency. The key, repeating the right things over and over again. Just as a seed needs care to grow, your thoughts do too. If you don't intentionally plant positive ideas, what grows by default are negative thoughts. That's how the mind works. If you don't decide what to think, discouragement, doubt, and fear will take over the terrain. That's why, if you really want to move forward, you need to give your mind a clear direction every day. And how do you do that? Very simply, by programming your mind as if it were a computer. You have to give it the right instructions so it works in your favor. If every day you repeat things like, "I'm not good at this, I always fail, this is too hard," then your mind will take it as an instruction. It will literally look for ways to confirm that. But if instead you say, "I'm learning, I'm committed, every day I'm more disciplined," your mind will start to believe it and behave differently. Do you realize the power you have in your hands? So here are 4 simple but powerful habits you can practice every day to mentally reprogram yourself. First habit, intentional visualization. This isn't just imagining for the sake of imagining, it's visualizing with purpose. Many high-level athletes like Serena Williams or Michael Phelps used this method before competing. Why did they do it? Because when you visualize something vividly, your brain interprets it as if you were actually living it. So, every morning when you wake up, take a few minutes to close your eyes and see yourself achieving what you want. Picture yourself acting with confidence, overcoming challenges, accomplishing your goals. Don't just think it, feel it. See in your mind how you walk, how you talk, how you feel when you achieve it. This practice trains your mind to act with confidence when the real moment comes. Second habit, meaningful affirmations. After visualizing, look in the mirror and talk to yourself with respect and strength. Say things like, "I'm taking control of my life. Every day I'm stronger and more disciplined. Nothing stops me. I'm committed to my future." At first it might sound strange or even fake, but don't worry. Repeating it frequently makes those ideas sink into your deep mind. And when your mind changes, you change. What you tell yourself every day becomes your reality. Third habit, intentional daily action. This step makes the difference between those who only dream and those who make things happen. You don't need to take a giant leap. The important thing is that every day you take at least one small step. Ask yourself in the morning, what can I do today to get closer to my goal? And do it. It could be sending that message, studying for 30 minutes, exercising, reading a chapter, recording a video, whatever. But do it. Because discipline isn't about doing it perfectly. It's about showing up every day without excuses. Your daily routine is the foundation on which you build your new self. Fourth habit, reflection before bed. At the end of the day, take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment, and ask yourself these 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? Am I moving forward or stuck? This simple practice will help you stay focused. Recognize your achievements and learn from your mistakes. Don't underestimate the power of reflection. What isn't evaluated doesn't improve, and what is measured honestly transforms. Remember this, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about being consistent. This method isn't magical, it's practical, and it works if you decide to apply it with commitment. There will be good days and others not so much. Sometimes you'll fail, but the important thing is that you always return to the path. Because if you persist, if you stay firm, the moment will come when you look back and say, "I'm no longer the same person. My mind no longer gives up. My body no longer makes excuses. My actions are aligned with my vision." That day will come, but it all starts today, because your mind, if you decide, can stop being your worst enemy and become your greatest ally. Let's talk about 2 silent enemies that ruin your dreams: laziness and excuses. And no, laziness isn't just lying around doing nothing, it's a way of thinking. It's that voice that whispers, "I'll start tomorrow." Nothing happens today. And that little voice gets louder if you listen to it, but listen to me carefully. You weren't born lazy, you learned to be that way. And the good news is that you can unlearn it. How do you do that? With action, with brave decisions. Every time you feel laziness trying to trap you, move, do something, anything, but do it. Take a step, wash your face, get up, go for a walk, because action breaks the cycle of laziness. Movement pulls your mind out of stagnation. Now let's talk about excuses. Excuses are stories we tell ourselves to feel better about not doing what we know we should. Many times, they aren't even real. We say, "I don't have time, I don't have money," but you haven't even looked for a solution. You haven't asked. You haven't moved an inch. You say, I don't know how to do it, but you haven't even searched online, watched a tutorial, or asked for help. So what do we do with those excuses? We replace them with decisions. Instead of saying, I can't, say, how can I? Instead of saying, I don't have time, say, I'm going to organize my day. Instead of, I don't feel like it, say, it doesn't matter, I'll do it anyway. Changing your words changes your focus, because you are not your excuses. You are your ability to move forward, and you have everything you need to prove it. Now comes something very important that almost no one considers: the environment around you. It's invisible, but it has a huge impact on your results. You can't reprogram yourself for success if you're surrounded by negative people, if you spend your day listening to complaints, watching sad news, or spending hours on social media that only fills you with anxiety. What do you think happens to your mind when you consume that? Exactly. What enters through your eyes and ears becomes what you think, and what you think becomes what you do. That's why it's urgent that you surround yourself with people who motivate you, who inspire you, who challenge you to be better. Do a quick check. Who are you spending the most time with? What do you do in your free time? What do you listen to while cooking, driving, or walking? If it doesn't add value, change it. Get closer to people who are already living what you dream of. Read books that strengthen you. Feed your mind with big ideas, because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with and the 5 types of content you consume the most. So choose carefully what you let into your mind, because it either pushes you forward or holds you back. Now that you understand how to change your mindset, you need structure, a daily plan, because success isn't a matter of luck. It's a matter of repetition. Here's a simple but powerful routine. You can adjust it to your style, but the important thing is to apply it with commitment. Get up early. You don't need to be one of those who wake up at 5 in the morning, but don't let the morning slip away without purpose. Do something for your body. Walk, exercise, stretch. Your physical energy directly affects your mental state. Feed your mind. Listen to or read something that motivates and teaches you for at least 10 minutes. Define 3 clear priorities for your day. Don't start your day randomly. Focus on what really matters and do it first. And at the end of the day, pause to reflect: what did I achieve? What did I learn today? What can I do better tomorrow? If you do this every day, you will gradually build a more focused, stronger, and more disciplined version of yourself. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Now, do something with me. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and think, what if today were the day that changes everything? What if today you decide that this time you're serious? The most powerful thing you can do for yourself right now is this: make a real decision. A decision that says, no more excuses, no more postponing my life. Today I decide that I will move forward, even if I'm scared, even if I don't know everything, even if I've failed before, because this time I won't give up. Because when you truly decide, something inside you changes. It's no longer a hopefully or a maybe someday. It's an I'm going for it with everything you've got, with what you know now and what you'll learn along the way. And look, it's not about waiting to feel ready. It's about starting. Even if you have doubts, even if you're scared, because no one gets far waiting for the perfect moment. Those who move forward are the ones who make that moment happen, and that moment can be today. Start with what you have. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the first step. Do you have 5 minutes? Use them. Do you have an idea? Write it down. Do you want to change? Then begin. And if you fall, if you stop for a moment, it's okay. You get up, take a deep breath, and keep going. The important thing isn't to run, it's to not give up. The key is consistency. Not in doing huge things once a month, but in doing small actions every day. People who achieve great things aren't the ones who perform magic. Compersound, ones who perform magic. They're the ones who repeat habits that bring them closer to their goals. day after day, even when no one sees them, even when it seems like nothing is happening, because everything adds up and everything counts. And another very important thing, stop comparing yourself. Everyone has their own pace, their own process, their own story. Don't look sideways, seeking validation. Look forward and focus on what you can improve. The only real competition is with yourself. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path. If not, it's okay. Just adjust your course and try again. Surround yourself with good energy. Stay away from people who dim your light, who tell you that you can't, who always see the negative. You don't need that. You need people who lift you up, who believe in you, who remind you how strong you are when you forget. And if you don't have those people nearby, become that person yourself. Be the one who believes, who motivates, who doesn't give up. Fill your days with purpose. Make everything you do have an intention, from how you get up to how you talk to yourself. Because the words you use with yourself create your reality. Stop saying, I'm lazy, I'm not good at this, I never succeed. Start saying, I'm learning, I'm growing, I will succeed. Change your inner dialogue, and you'll see how everything else changes. Remember, your mind believes what you constantly tell it. If you speak to yourself with love, strength, and faith, your mind starts to believe it. And when you believe it, you make it possible. And above all, be patient. Sometimes changes aren't visible in a day, but that doesn't mean they aren't happening. It's like planting a seed. You won't see the plant the next day, but if you water it every day, if you give it sun and care, one day, almost without realizing it, you'll see it bloom. That's how your growth is. Silent at first, but powerful in the end. Today can be that first day. Today you can take a new direction. Today you can start writing a different story. A story where you are the protagonist, where you decide what ending you want to build. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for making it this far, for giving yourself this moment to listen, reflect, and fill yourself with new ideas. I hope these words have touched something in you, that they've awakened that spark that sometimes fades but is still alive inside. Thank you for letting me accompany you on this journey of transformation. I send you a huge hug, and I remind you that you're not alone. We're still here, growing together, step by step. I'll see you in the next video. Until soon, and keep believing in yourself.